In New York City, battling craftsman Evelyn Evie Jackson earns enough to pay the rent outsourcing for a catering business with her closest companion Elegance. Evie takes a DNA test, finding she has a far-off cousin in Britain named Oliver Alexander. She meets Oliver, who tells her the embarrassment of her extraordinary grandma, Emmeline, who had a mysterious kid with a dark footman. He welcomes her to a forthcoming family wedding in Britain. Evie shows up in Whitby at the new Carfax convent, where she meets the ruler of the house, Walter DeVille, and Mrs. Quick, a long-lasting servant of the domain. She additionally meets the remainder of the Alexander family, the house cleaners of honor, well-disposed Lucy and stooping Victoria. Evie slowly starts to see disrupting events during her visit. She sees a ghost of Emmeline, who is displayed in a flashback, balancing herself from the flight of stairs. Housekeepers begin vanishing as they are gone after by a shadowy figure. Evie ends up romanced by Walter prior to finding he had been investigating her before her appearance. She faces him and takes steps to leave, however the two accommodate and have intercourse. The family has a practice supper, where Evie hopes to meet the lady and husband-to-be at last. All things considered, Walter reports that he and Evie are to be married. The head servant, Mr. Field, cuts a housekeeper's throat and empties her blood into a bowl. Walter, Lucy, and Victoria are undeniably uncovered to be vampires who then, at that point, drink the servant's blood. Evie's predecessors, the Alexanders, are one of the three families who, for quite a long time, have each offered one of their ladies to turn into Walter's better half in return for security and riches. Emmeline was initially planned to be Walter's third lady of the hour, yet she committed suicide because of her responsibility of killing people, and because of the deficiency of her affection. Evie's incredible granddad and baby child. The Alexander family experienced difficulty finding a female part until they tracked down Evie. Victoria locks an unhinged Evie inside a casket, yet she is liberated by Mrs. Quick, who is killed by Mr. Field. Evie makes it into town and asks an old couple for help, however is thumped oblivious. As they work for Walter, Evie awakens to end up with one of the house cleaners, Dia, and Walter. Walter uncovers himself to be Dracula as he specifies he was once known as the child of the mythical serpent. Evie then watches Walter nibble into Dia's leg and falls oblivious. After awakening, Evie is currently in a wedding dress, strolling down the walkway to marry Walter. As they complete the process of trading promises, she nibbles Walter's arm, consuming his blood, and immediately changes into a vampire. She sets the wedding church ablaze, wounds Walter in the heart, and escapes with Dia. A maddened Victoria ambushes Evie, however Lucy intercedes. The two ladies battle before Lucy pierces both Victoria and herself onto a lance, transforming them both into remains. Evie is gone after by Mr. Field, who affronts her biracial legacy before she kills him. She is then snatched by a matured Walter. She breaks free by cutting off his wrist with a cheddar wire and kicks him into the flares. As he kicks the bucket, she loses her powers because of his passing, and returns to human structure. After 14 days, Evie in effortlessness track down Oliver in London, expecting to go after him for selling Evie out for cash.